All right, Cherry Blossom participants, consider this your athlete briefing for the 2022 Cherry Blossom Triathlon. We thought due to COVID, we wouldn't put 300 people on the bleachers, and usually you couldn't hear a word that was being said anyway, so we're going to take the online approach. Hopefully, I'm going to cover all the details that you need to feel confident, stay safe on race day. Obviously, I'm probably going to miss a couple things here and there. If you do have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask us on package pickup or even race day morning. I will encourage you to stop blowing up my inbox. So if it is a question that is very time sensitive that you need an answer to prior to race day or package pickup, please feel free to email me. But if you can hold it for one of us on, again, the Saturday or the Sunday, that would be greatly appreciated. So my name is Crist. I want to thank Melindy Elmore for pushing this race through another year, coming back after a 2-year hiatus. It's been fun. But we are so excited to have the Cherry return this year. It's definitely been something that I personally missed. I've always raced this race, or almost always raced this race. And again, we are so excited to put this on for you. I also want to thank all the volunteers that have signed up to help out. Again, we could not do it without you. Our sponsors, title sponsor, Fresh Air. If you need any tri-gear, bike gear, run gear, swim gear, whatever gear you need to do any of these crazy endurance sports, go check out Fresh Air or Fresh Air Concepts, and they will hook you up. Also, to all our other sponsors, which I'll give some love, lots of love on race day. But again, so much support. Thank you so much. City of Kelowna, RCMP, traffic management. All of you guys, thank you. So, and the biggest thanks actually to all of you racers who, after 2 years, came back and supported us by participating in this event. And we really hope you come out on Sunday, have a fantastic time, back to good old days, and let's tear it up out there. So, getting right into it really quickly, a few of the quick details. First of all, obviously it's on Sunday, it's coming up quick. The location is the H2O Fitness, H2O, it says H2O Aquatic Center, it's actually H2O Adventure and Fitness Center, but either way, on Gordon Drive. Make sure you know where you're going on race day morning. Transition will open at 6:30 a.m., so that's when you can start racking the bikes. Obviously, there'll be a lot of other things going on right in the morning, from body marking. There will be day of package pickup, so if you can't make it on the Saturday, you can do that the day before. We are going to do the meeting online, which is this, so congratulations, you've already ticked that box. The race start will be around 7:30. Sometimes it's somewhere between 7:30 and 7:45, but that will be the time that we get the race kicked off. Registration is actually still open. We have 19 spots left to fill. If you have any friends that are going, hey, sucker, you have to do this race, and you want to share the love with them, more the merrier. So registration will be open right up until the day before the race. We've worked it out with the timing company that we can just keep it open. So if you know anyone that still wants in, still an option. Same with volunteers. We can always use more volunteers. If you're interested in doing that, please do. Where we go from here? Other race info. So all of this information is on the website. If you go to cherryblossomtriathlon.com, race info, I am going to cover the race maps and talk about the rules and safety measures that will keep everything running smooth and keep you safe out on course. But I'm going to cover the race details, and again, you can go here and reference them yourself if you want to read a little bit more in detail. Package pickup, first thing to talk about. This has changed this year. It is no longer at Fresh Air Concept on Pandosy or in Pandosy area. It's actually going to be moved to Fresh Air Kelowna, which is located at 2070 Harvey Avenue. So on the main highway, right by the mall, across the street. So make sure you go there. Package pickup will be from 3 to 6 p.m. You will have to be there in person to get your package because we do brand you. No, we don't brand you. We give you a bracelet. You need to be there to get your bracelet, which has your race number on it, which actually corresponds to your swim time. We will be giving you a race number in sequential order based on your time. So when you are lining up on the start line in the morning, we basically run swimmers from fastest to slowest, and that way we minimize as much congestion as possible. If you cannot make the race package pickup on the Saturday, by all means, you can pick it up on the Sunday morning. I would recommend, again, coming early so you can take care of that and still have plenty of time to get into transition and get all set up and ready to go for the big race. The mandatory race meeting, again, hopefully you're watching it. Hopefully you'll stick through this. I'm going to try to get it all done in the next 15 minutes here. So there may be some important information. Listen to the end. And again, if you need more information, I'll tell you where to get it from. There is no mandatory bike check-in. So again, you have your bike until race morning, then you bring it with you. Again, if you need any service or anything like that, go check out Fresh Air. Transition opens at 6:30. That will be the earliest that you can get in. We will be closing transition at around 7:20, or I'll say at 7:20. So even if you are seated a little later in the swim, you will still have to have all your transitions set up and get out of there by 7:20, which means don't show up at 7:15. There's enough stressful things going on or enough things that you're going to need to worry about. Don't make being late one of them. Plus, it's obviously going to get pretty congested with a lot of the traffic that'll be coming in that morning, so save yourself lots of time. So the timing chips will actually be picked up on race morning this year, so they are not going to be at the package pickup. So one good thing, you're not going to forget your race chip at home in the morning and be all stressed out because of that. So again, timing chips will be picked up race morning. And body marking, will also be done race morning. So when you show up, that's when we'll brand you with your race number. So swim details, and this is where I'm going to flip back and forth between the maps and talk about some of the rules. So the swim will start at around between 7:30 and 7:45, depending on how everything goes. Hopefully we are ready to start promptly on time, but knock on wood, you never know what might occur race morning, getting all ready to go. It is 700 meters. It is a Serpentine Swim, so this will be the diagram of the pool. You will be starting in the shallow end. One of the things we've been discussing was what this will look like. Again, we're not going to be doing a race briefing where we put everyone on the bleachers. That being said, we are not going to be limiting the access into the H2O Center. So everyone will be able to come in and get ready to swim. Now, only the first, I would say 20 swimmers or so will be able to get in and actually do a little warm up here in lane 8, and everyone else basically warm up the best you can. Highly recommend, if you can get the core warm, maybe go for a jog, do some activation work. If you have any tubing, that will really help, because, you know, a 100 or 200 meter swim probably isn't a good enough warm up for many of you. Some of you, might tire you out. So again, you do what you can, but you do have this one lane for warm up. Then we will be starting in sequential order from the fastest swimmer, working all the way down to the slowest swimmer. Again, you're going to be entering into the shallow end. You're going to be swimming up one side of the lane and then back the other side of the lane under the lane rope. And you're going to continue to do that until you get all the way to lane number 1, where you're going to exit. You can exit at the ladders, so you don't have to go all the way to the wall. So, hey, there you go. It's only a 698 meter swim. So you can get out at the ladder if you want to touch the wall and jump out over the bulkhead and look like a champion. I mean, go nuts. But from there, you're going to run Right out the exit doors, which is right by the shallow end, down the stairs. Now, I will say be very careful. Going from horizontal to vertical, that blood flow is going to go right into the legs, might make you a little bit dizzy, so be careful going down the stairs. Use the rail if you like. So careful on that. There will be no areas to throw on clothes or anything like that there. You can put, I think there will be a bag drop area that people will bring your stuff into transition or around that area for later. But again, you're pretty much going to be running outside soaking wet. Right now, the weather is looking pretty good. It's a high 18, but that's the high. It's not going to be that warm in the morning. But that being said, hopefully in years past, it's been in the, the 8, 9, gets up to 10, 11. I'm really hoping that's the case because it has been quite manageable, at least when I've done the race in the past. So each swimmer will have 15 seconds apart. So that will be the spacing, which should give a good amount of space. That being said, if you've ever done this race before, and I can talk from personal experience, there always tends to be some sort of congestion. And again, no fault of anyone. Sometimes it's hard to really nail your estimated swim time. Sometimes you have a good day, bad day. But regardless, it could get congested. Passing is only occurring, or at least when you're swimming, when you're headed down towards the deep end. So you can only pass in that direction. And to do that, you're going to pull out right onto the lane line and swim and hopefully get by that person by the time you get the wall. Now, if you don't get all the way by that person, at least you're in a position where you're going to have the right of way to come off the wall, and then that person will duck in behind you. Do not pass on the line swimming to the shallow end. That will obviously cause an issue. If you cannot swim by the person, you can do, well, first of all, hopefully you can and you can try. Little toe taps will give a sign to the swimmer in front of you. Now, actually, you may have to be a little more aggressive than that. Do not grab any ankles and pull back. That would result in a penalty. You cannot make contact with other swimmers or intentional contact with other swimmers. Especially if you do it over and over again, you will get a penalty for that. But again, if that swimmer knows that you're behind them, the swimmer in front should stop at the wall and allow the swimmer behind that's going a little quicker to pass. Now, again, in theory, that sounds great. In reality, there may be a lot of chaos in the day. That swimmer might have just gotten passed by someone, and now that's, the swimmer that just got passed is sitting behind the passing swimmer, not going anywhere. Remember, there's a big draft effect, up to 30% energy savings when you're following somebody. So if that person doesn't let you by, it could be because they just got passed and now they feel like they're being held up. So this is where it does get a little challenging. When in doubt, do the best that you can, be as courteous as you can. There will be some officials or marshals that will try to help keep things as clean as possible. If you get asked to stop by one of these marshals and allow other swimmers to go by, you must abide by their instruction. So please, again, be courteous. Understand, though, that it could get chaotic. If it does, relax, enjoy the draft, and take out all your aggression on the bike in the run. That's unfortunately the best that we can do in this type of a swim setup. But hopefully you've all done a great job at seating yourself, and you're going to have as smooth swim as possible. So other things in terms of swimming, on the start, you're going to be again, marshaled into the water. You will cross a timing pad when you are given instruction to do so. And that timing pad will be on the bulkhead. So once you cross that, your race is started. Into the pool you go. Feet first entry only, no diving. Because remember, there will be swimmers coming the other way as well. So when you jump in, feet first, and make sure you're staying to the right in your lane, and keep an eye out for anyone coming the other way. You don't want to jump on anybody. So that will be the swim start. And again, up and down on the lane ropes, and that's about it. Moving on to the bike course, it is a 3-loop course, and I will come back to transition in a second. So you are going to be leaving down Gordon Drive, heading down Gordon Drive, onto Casorso. Casorso, you're going to follow that around. You will go through 2 roundabouts, one here and one here. This, as soon as you turn onto Casorso, this will be a closed lane. Now, Gordon Drive actually is a double lane as well, so you should have lots of space to ride safely. As you're riding, always riding on the right unless you're passing, then you're going to pull off over to the left. It is courteous to say on your left to let that person know that you're coming by. And again, do not ride on the left side. That would be considered blocking. So again, stay to the right unless you're passing. We'll talk about drafting in a second, but yes, you're going to hit Casorso. Casorso, this road, whole lane will be closed off to traffic, so you should have a nice corner here. No traffic on this road. The roundabout will be completely closed off in this direction that you're going to be riding in, so should be no issues there. You are going to hit a second roundabout here. Again, this will be closed off to traffic in this direction. Same with Swamp Road. You have pretty much a clear road. Now, that being said, there are people that live on these roads, so they can pull out from their driveways, and I will say always keep your head up and be aware of traffic regardless. The thing with the bigger mass will always win, so keep your head up, keep your eyes open, not only for cyclists, but motorists. Even though I'm saying these roads, there won't be access to them, there will still be some access to them because of, again, the residences that live in this area could pull out and use the road for a very short period of time. So you're going to continue on all the way through down Swamp. That's when you're going to hit the Swamp Hill. Again, this will be closed off, but you never know who might pull out. This will have a King of the Mountain type challenge on there. If you want to go for the fastest time up the mountain, we're going to have a special prize for that one. So if you want to blow out the legs, that would be the time to do it. If you're doing a relay, no worries, you don't have to run after. If you're not doing a relay, well, that might hurt you a bit. As you're coming down, now there is a new addition to this road. There's a brand new subdivision that has been built in the last 2 years, or in the process of being built. As you descend the hill off of Swamp here, so just be very careful. There will be lights and flash, and there will be traffic management there to keep you safe, but again, that will be a new change. So you're going to continue on. You're going to turn onto Gordon. Again, this whole corner is going to be blocked off. Be careful though, because you will be heading downhill a bit, so really watch your speed as you hit this corner. You will have a full lane to do the turn, but if you're going full out, you could overshoot, and we don't want to see that happen. So from there, you're back onto Gordon Drive. This will be, again, a really quick section. It is a slight downhill, and again, there's going to be lots of driveways and a few road access. Again, we're going to have volunteers there. We have notified all residents that the race is happening, so they should be aware and be careful. But again, keep your head up, watch out for cars, and when in doubt, err on the side of caution. Your 3 seconds you might lose in the race is not worth your health and safety. So you're going to do 3 loops of that, and then you're back into transition. So flipping over here, and I will provide a link to where you can find this document. The swim rules I pretty much covered, and a lot of them are open water, but again, feel free. You can read through these. Just circling back, sorry I didn't do this in order, but it's a pool swim. There's no wetsuits. There's no swim aids, so no flotation devices, fins, paddles. You can't wear any of those. No headphones, anything like that. So all you can wear pretty much your bathing suit, your cap, nose clips are okay, goggles, and that is about it. You're not going to need booties or anything like that, gloves or anything. So in terms of swim rules, I think I covered all of that. In terms of cycling rules, again, no headphones, anything to distract you, cell phones, again, anything like that, just leave. You can actually put a cell phone in your pocket or in a bike bag or anything like that, but again, best just to leave it and just focus on what you're doing on the road. No glass containers, no mirrors, those bike mirrors. Other than that, I'm going to imagine your bikes are in, or I'm going to hope, or make sure your bike is in good working order. Your safety equipment's in good working order. You got a good helmet, all that great stuff. Drafting, this is the big one. It is a non-drafting event. For a sprint triathlon, you have to maintain a distance of 10 meters, which is about 3 or 4 bike lengths. Again, it's not always easy to tell. The official will tell you, don't worry, and they'll probably give you a warning unless it's really blatant drafting. But maintain distance. Now, if you need to pass somebody, that's where you're going to pull out to the left. You're going to make your pass. You have 20 seconds to make your pass, and the pass happens when your front wheel passes the wheel that of the person you're passing. Now, once you enter into the draft zone, there's only one way out, and that's out the front. Now, if you're being passed, it's not your job to start a drag race. Maintain your speed. Once that person's front wheel is in front of yours, it's actually your obligation to ease off a bit, allow that pass to happen, fall back out of the draft zone. Once you are completely out of the draft zone, so 10 meters back, then you are allowed to make a pass yourself. Now, I will say it's annoying when you're doing the whole race like this, but again, those are the rules, so make sure you are, again, being courteous to one another, and it should all go well. Motorbikes, I don't think you'll be drafting behind motorbikes, but that's 12 meters. A vehicle is 35 meters. Don't ask any friends, family to drive around the course, provide any assistance. Again, most of the course they're not going to be able to access anyway because it will be closed off. So overtaking, I talked about that. Penalties, again, the official more than likely will give you a warning. If you don't abide by that warning, then you may be issued a penalty. Penalty time will be added to your overall time at the end of the race. Again, blocking I talked about. Make sure you're riding on the right side of the road. And let's see, I think that is about it. So flipping on over to the run course. So the run course, as you leave transition, and actually, yeah, I'll circle back to transition still in a second. As you leave transition, you're going to run out. You're actually going to run behind the CNC building. Again, there's going to be ample volunteers pointing in the right direction. Once you run out from behind, you're going to cross over Lecume Road, which isn't on the map here. So anyway, you're going to cross over the road. You're going to get onto the asphalt path that carries around Mission Recreation Park. Once you get to Lexington, again, you're going to be crossing over that road. There will be a volunteer to help manage traffic for that as well. There will be cars that have access to get into Michael Brook Golf Course, which is right here. So just be careful of that. But once you cross over the road, you're basically going to stay to the left. You're going to enter into the parking lot of Michael Brook. Again, stay to the left as much as possible. Recognize that this is a operating business and there may be traffic in the parking lot. Never been an issue before. That'll be, again, coned off really well. You're going to continue on. Eventually, you're going to pick up Kamloops Road here. You're going to follow Kamloops Road all the way back to Swamp. Once you're on Swamp, you're going to be running down the shoulder. Now, again, there will be riders coming in the other direction. So runners, stay to the left. Bikers, you're going to be riding on the road because, again, that whole lane is closed. So, again, heads up. Runners will be coming this direction. Bikers will be coming in the opposite direction. But, again, runners, stay on the shoulder. There's even a little bit of gravel shoulder that you can run on, which is a little softer. So from there, you're going to dip down into this little roadway here. This is where the aid station is going to be. So if you need to rehydrate, that way it's going to happen halfway through the run. There will be aid station in the transition area too. So if you get off the bike, you can have access to F2C. Thanks for them for supporting our event, as well as some water. So that will be there for you. And again, if you need it out on the run, it'll be halfway or halfway-ish. On the bike, that being said, bring your own water bottle with your own nutrition in it, or hydration, whatever you want to consume. There will be nothing on the bike course for you in terms of aid stations. So from there, you're going to make this little zigzag up over the bridge on the other side of Mission Creek, and you're going to run the Greenway gravel trail all the way back to Gordon. You're going to pop out over the bridge, and then you're actually going to do a right back onto the other side of the Greenway, where not very long, about 300 meters, and you're going to hang a right. You're going to run down a little dirt path here. Again, there will be volunteers directing you where to go. This will take you through. There'll be a little city park storage yard here. You're going to run down this little road here, hang a right back over Lexington, and then you're pretty much back to Gordon, straight shot, and finishing off at H2O. So that will be the run route. In terms of run rules, again, no headphones, no cell phones, no glasses with headphones. Listen to the soothing rhythm of your breathing. That's it. No glass containers. Well, you can read all these rules. Other than that, the run tends to be fairly straightforward. In terms of the transition, going through that really quickly. So when you exit the swim, again, you're going to be exiting these kind of southwest doors here by the shallow end. You're going to walk safely down the stairs. I'm going to say run down the stairs. Go down the stairs as quick as you can safely. You'll do a quick UE. You're going to be running along the access road here a little bit, right out front. Along the front here, where you can wave to all your fans into transition. From here, again, if you need any water, hydration, anything like that, you can grab it. You're going to find your bike, grab your bike. In transition, you want everything to be nice and neatly set up. There will be no other bags, equipment allowed to be stored in there, just what you need for the bike and the run. So put everything else. You have really easy access to your car. So once you get your transition set up, any other things, again, bike pumps, things like that. Let's keep the transition nice and clean. It keeps it safe for everybody. Put your stuff back into into your car. Before you are able to unrack your bike, make sure your helmet is on and your chin strap is clipped. And once you've done that, whatever else you need to do, because everyone will do transition a little bit differently, do what you need to do. Grab the bike. You're going to run with the bike in the bike out area. You're going to keep running. This green line is going to be the mount line. Now, it does go uphill just a bit as you turn on the Gordon, so just be aware of that. But you must cross the mount line before you get onto your bike, and then you're off. On the way in, you're coming in, pretty much doing the opposite. You must get off your bike before the mount line. Your foot must hit the ground before the mount line. Now, be careful of your speed. It's easy to become velocitized and dismount when you're going way too fast. Don't ask me the number of times I've taken the skin off the bottom of my feet. So be aware of that. Dismount safely. And remember, there may be multiple people coming in and going out at the same time. So be careful, heads up, and again, when in doubt, err on the side of caution. So as you come in, you're going to be running with your bike back into transition. Again, you must rack your bike before you remove your helmet. Once you've racked the bike, helmet comes off, get the running gear on, and out you go. Now, this map needs to be updated. You're actually not going to be going this direction. You are going to be going in the other direction where you actually are crossing the road here, and you're going to be running over to CNC, which is just off the corner of the map over in this direction. So please negate this line here. So that is transition. Again, make sure that you are courteous to others. You rack your bike where your spot is. I believe it's going to be a first come, first serve type of a situation. So again, pick the spot that works for you. Give yourself lots of space. You don't need to get too crowded. We're going to have lots of transition room. And that is it for transition. In terms of rules, again, you can read through these in more detail. I talked about the helmets. I didn't talk really about racking. Typically, you rack with the seat to start. You can rack with the handlebars when you come back in, but either way, again, don't knock over anyone's $10,000 bike, so be very courteous. Only bike equipment in there is acceptable. And yeah, again, you can read through all this document if you feel the need to. So hopefully I covered most of the ins and outs. Again, there is more information in terms of everything that I talked about. Swim details, bike details on the website, run details, and post-race info. So you can remove your bike from transition once the last rider has come in. That's when we will open transition. You must have your wristband number that matches the number on your bike. So again, you can't send anyone else in there. No family, friends, anyone else going into transition. That's just for athletes and volunteers. So now, awards and prizes, we do have age group prizes. Basically, the winner of each 5-year increment age group will receive a beautiful Cherry Blossom medal. I was going to grab mine. But we also have some amazing draw prizes, and we'll play some fun games. You can win your weight in beer from Bad Tattoo, so that's pretty darn cool. We are doing the awards and everything on site. Again, just for COVID and space, we thought let's just stay outside and celebrate on site, which means we can also do it earlier. So shortly after the last participant comes through the finish line, which probably is going to be around, I'm going to guess 11-ish. That's when we're going to be able to kick off those festivities and do awards and prizes and everything like that. So other than that, I think there's a few more Q&As. If it's your first triathlon, I talked about wetsuits. There's no wetsuits. Talked about aid stations. Nutrition is F2C. You can check out their website if you need more information on the F2C products. It is Hydrodurance. I think it's Hydrodurance. Yeah, never know on the temperatures, but right now the weather's looking pretty good. And not really a cutoff time, but yeah, if you're still out there at around 11, still riding around, we probably will pull you off the course. So no pressure. Other than that, again, if you have questions, if they're time sensitive prior to athlete check-in, please feel free, shoot me an email, coreychrist@gmail.com. And if it can wait till the athlete pickup, wait for that, or if it can wait till race day morning, that's good too. Other than that, thank you again for supporting this event. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. We're going to have a ton of fun. Rest up. And yeah, we'll see you at the start line. Take care. Bye-bye.